Hey, it's Molly. Welcome back to my channel as we're going to discuss the Sagittarius Full Moon happening on May 23rd, 2024 at 9:54 a.m. That's Eastern Time, so be sure and adjust for your time zone. Now, this is quite an energizing full moon, so let's get into the particulars here. So we have the moon at 2 degrees Sagittarius, 55 minutes, and the sun at 2 degrees of Gemini, 55 minutes. So we round up and say that this is occurring at 3 degrees of Sagittarius in your chart. That is the degree point you want to identify. If you need help locating that, I have a free tutorial video here on YouTube called How to Find a Degree Point in Your Chart. Now, every full moon is when we have the moon and sun in opposition, and they highlight an astrological axis. So they highlight a different energy stream here between these two signs. So we have the moon in Sagittarius with the sun in Gemini. This is the astrological axis of communications, knowledge, learning, what you are understanding and thinking about, and how it's forming opinions. It's giving you an understanding of the world, shaping ideologies and belief systems, giving you more to perhaps think about, but also wanting to see things from a new vantage point or a fresh perspective, because both of these are mutable signs and they like variety, options, diversity. So there's an energy here of things feeling quite alive, quite busy, and possibly even exciting. Now, the moon is highlighted with every full moon. And one of my astrological mentors, Noel Till, who I studied with for years, calls the moon your reigning need. And so in a chart, it's the reigning need, but it's unconscious. You aren't always aware of it. You don't know that it's operating behind the scenes. When we have a full moon, that reigning need is highlighted and illuminated. And in this particular Sagittarius full moon, there is something you could be seeing in yourself about how you are wiser. How are you wiser? What have you learned that you're seeing from a higher vantage point? And it's especially significant because of how Pluto is sextiling the moon and trining the sun here. Pluto at 2 degrees of Aquarius retrograde is asking you to powerfully assess what you are taking in and how you are using all the information and knowledge that's out there, all the opinions, all the stories, all the things that are circulating. How is it helping you refine and understand more of perhaps a new belief system or a belief system that is evolving? And there could be something empowering here that you are sitting with and digesting with this Pluto retrograde, and it is shaping you. This could be powerful personal change based on something you've been learning and seeing differently. This could be also feeling quite optimistic and energized by what you're understanding in a new way and in a new light. And so this positive influence here from Pluto retrograde is giving you more to consider and sit with. And because Pluto moves so slowly, something is underway. Something is internally, I'm hearing realized. It's being realized. And it could be shaping you in a new way, shifting an opinion or something you thought was true. It can be elevating it with this Pluto energy here. And Pluto was also exactly trine the sun in Gemini just before the new moon. And that brings in important, powerful information that you're working with, thinking through, looking at the particulars and even feeling energized to communicate, to say something, to speak up and have your voice heard. And so with this particular full moon, powerful opinions, strong opinions, but there can also be a detachment of allowing differences, allowing multiple understandings to come forth. But I feel that because it's working with the moon, there is something that we're understanding in ourselves that's being quietly empowered. The moon is always subjective and personal. And this Pluto has a much higher vantage point, much deeper, more intense. Something could lock in for you here at this Sagittarius full moon. There could be something that locks in where you're like, this is the new, let's say, a belief system or knowledge I've been working with or understanding, and I'm feeling it land. I'm feeling it land here. So quite a powerful full moon energy as it energizes not only opinions and beliefs, but what you've been learning. And Pluto is supporting your own transformation right now. This is something, it could feel like I've never been here before. This is a new thing or way of life or ideology that I'm understanding and working with, but it's clicking, especially since that sun in Gemini has been trining that Pluto for about a day before the full moon is exact. Now, another strong influence here to look at is how the moon is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. And oh wow, how beautiful. We have Jupiter at 29 degrees of Taurus, conjunct Venus at 29 degrees of Taurus. So right away, this also opens up something successful, beautiful, abundant, happiness, creation. This is powerful creative energy. Perhaps something you are birthing or you want to birth. This is Venus in her favorite astrology sign, completing her journey in Taurus, meeting up with the expansive, abundant energy of Jupiter. And this is where you could feel something beautifully, I feel it as landing, something manifesting, something showing up, especially in the earth signs of the physical world, tangible resources, opportunities, invitations. This is great for love. This is a love energy here, feeling abundantly in love, true love coming in. And not only that, look at how both of these sextile this Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces. Now, this sextile begins May 21st between Neptune and Jupiter and lasts until May 26th, or actually 25th, because then Jupiter moves into Gemini. But this energy is so lovely here for the middle of May, the sextile between Neptune and Jupiter at 29 degrees. This could feel like you're learning something and applying it. There's been something significant for you in your spiritual journey, which is Neptune and Pisces and has been here since 2011. Something significant that you are understanding, feeling, tapping into. Again, powerful creation energy. I mean, this can be a dream come true energy. And I realize that sounds like hyperbole, but you've got the dream makers all together here. And the last time they were together was in Pisces back in April 2022. So there's something showing up now. And with Venus here, it's personal. So that's part of the energy shift, is that even though Neptune is in a sextile to Jupiter, they're both at 29 degrees, and this is happening over a number of days. Venus enters the conversation and she makes it personal because she's a personal planet, and she affects your confidence, your sense of self, how you show up in the world. She affects your beauty. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's a turtle walking by outside as I say all this. There's a turtle. A tortoise. It's a tortoise. It's on land. And a tortoise is associated with Taurus. Taurus, the tortoise, because that's the energy of slow and steady wins the race. Oh my gosh, I love that. What have you been working on through the Taurus areas of your chart? Slow and steady, building, maintaining pace. That tortoise outside is not racing, okay? That tortoise right out there, walking by my window, is determined to make it somewhere, determined to move ahead. I have no idea how that tortoise got back there. Must have been a spirit guide directing him. Okay, so this tortoise is part of our reading because it's something pinnacle here that you've been building and working on. And here comes Venus to say, you did it. Congratulations. And she brings you something. So this could be a female, a feminine. This could be a sister, a friend, a girlfriend, a spouse, a mother, whatever, right? Any energy that Venus represents. And she brings in something that makes you happy. It sets you free. I feel this is very much a transition because right after this full moon, Venus goes into Gemini, and then we have Jupiter going into Gemini as well. And in June, this Venus is a full Venus for something she's been working on since 2020. So a lot of beneficial developments here are in play in the last degrees of Taurus, and as we move into Gemini season with these planets moving into Gemini, there's an opening. You've stayed the course, you've built something, or you've been internally reprogramming something that you know you're worthy of, and maybe you haven't. The tortoise is walking back. Okay. The tortoise, I know, I'm totally changing the energy of this reading. The tortoise is walking back. Live updates. The tortoise going backwards and understanding where you've come from. You know, what are you graduating from that you're being spiritually recognized here? There's something that you're meant to recognize in yourself. Neptune is at the very end of the zodiac. This is a huge spiritual graduation that doesn't happen every lifetime. You know, put that into an understanding here. This is something that doesn't happen every lifetime. There's something you're graduating from, that you're understanding, you've moved through, you've been working on it energetically. Your energy has changed in the physical world. That's part of what I'm feeling with this strong Taurus energy. And this could be showing you a new belief in yourself, contributing to your wisdom, evolving you to a place you haven't been before. And that's really why this full moon, I feel is significant. Now, full moons happen every month, and actually full moons and new moons for that can be fleeting. They aren't a long lasting impact unless they're working with you permanently. They are working with you personally through your own emotional growth. And these full moons, we watch them, we're aware of them, but they aren't the biggest deal in the sky. In fact, this is a bigger deal. Neptune sextiling Jupiter and with this Venus here. That's actually a bigger deal because it has a longer, more influential impact. And I feel like this Sagittarius full moon is directing us to a chapter you're closing out, something you have moved through, and then there's a reward. Then there's a reward that comes through as Venus interacts with Jupiter and sextiles Neptune and Pisces. So this is actually about receiving. This is a receiving energy, which is one of the main fundamental keys of abundance. If you're going to be abundant or feel, right, that you're able to create and experience the best of this lifetime and the best in yourself, there's times you have to simply receive and be able to feel gratitude and to say thank you and to not think that you have to do anything else. And that ability to receive is based on feeling worthy, feeling worthy and valuable and like, yes, I deserve this. Yes, I've earned this. Yes, I can see how this is showing up now. So there's an energy here of realizing where you have deeply evolved in your self-worth frequency and how that's giving you a new vantage point, a new belief system to work with, a new belief system to work with. Now, also in this chart, you'll see we have Mercury in Taurus and, of course, Uranus still in Taurus. The Taurus areas of your chart are active and will continue to be. Plus, we're going to have Mercury moving forward, gaining speed, and we'll be sextiling that Saturn at 18 degrees of Pisces. Saturn is also recognizing you. Yeah, you've done well. Yes, this is something that you have put in the work for. And I feel like that's a part of this energy as well, is a certain level of soul acknowledgement. That soul level graduation feels quite strong here. And that could be the shift you're feeling with this Sagittarius full moon. You just feel different. You can feel yourself evolving. And then you have some kind of confirmation of it showing up here in late degrees of Taurus in your chart. Now we also have Mars, who is still in a conjunction to that North Node, energized in Aries, ready to go. This is the energy of being very intentional with what you're starting, what you're beginning, and making sure that it's in alignment here with what this North Node in Aries has been teaching you about who you are now and what you want now. And this Mars is moving forward and we'll have a conjunction here to Chiron. And that will happen about a week or so after the full moon. And that is always actually a warning for accidents, especially with Mars and fast-moving Aries. And all of this pertains to the body. So this does relate to your physical self, how you're handling these new energies, making sure you're not moving too fast, but you're aware of what you're choosing, what you're doing. The conjunction to Chiron in Aries can be an unexpected accident, even that you move too fast and you twist your ankle, or a slight paper cut, but those things really hurt. And of course, it could be something even worse, which we don't want. So just stay mindful here that Mars is ready to go, and Mars is going. He is in motion now, and he's going to meet up with that Chiron, which is a slowdown, and it's sort of a yellow light. Okay, just slow it down, be more mindful. I'm getting that visual of when you drive by a school and the crosswalk sign is blinking and it's like, children are present, slow down. That's what this is. Slow down, look around, because that Aries energy can be too self-invested and unaware of other things going on around it. So just be more cautious. And that is not a word that Mars in Aries prefers, but that conjunction, that incoming conjunction here to Chiron, is about being more cautious. So overall, the Sagittarius full moon is revealing to you what you've been learning, showing you what you've been understanding and processing, giving you some new ways to look at the world, to understand yourself, to see your power in a new way. That again, it's personal, it's internal, but it could feel like it's deeply changing you. And there's something here as well that is a celebration, that is meant to be fun, that's meant to be something uplifting. Again, successful, happiness, joy, abundance, all these words we love. It would be a great time to look at what is showing up for you. Do keep in mind that Venus is a soft influence. She doesn't come in your face about things, especially in Taurus. She's more subtle, calm, patient. And so this could be kind of that, quiet invitation or subtle something that is meant to come in if you allow it, if you receive. And so the more receptive you can be approaching the Sagittarius full moon, the more you might see something come through or show up. So as always, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this resonates or at least supports you with what you're moving through in May 2024. I'd also like to give a shout out to that Tortoise for showing up to give us some Tortoise medicine here around this energy, and wishing you a beautiful Sagittarius full moon. I'll see you back here soon.